Tonight we have a brand new reveal of the brand new Power Patron cards, and there's quite a bit to go over. Now, one of the things about this deck I want to warn you about is that it's a pendulum theme, and we also do have a couple special surprises at the end. So let's get into it and let's talk about it. So first up, we have the brand new boss monster Viridium, the Power Patron of Chaos Extermination, and that is a long, long name because, well, it's the Power Patron and all Power Patrons. It is a Dark Fairy special summon pendulum effect monster that has a scale of 11, and it has 5,000 attack, 0 defense on a level 12. Now, the pendulum effect is you can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn, and you can activate one of these effects. Destroy this card, and if you do, special summon a Power Patron monster from your hand or graveyard, or destroy this card, and also this turn, Power Patron monsters you control, whose original level is 12, will gain 5,000 attack, which honestly is absolutely crazy because going second, this deck will just OTK forever. Now, the monster effect is cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summoned from your extra deck that's face up or graveyard by returning a fusion, synchro, and exceed monster from your face up field and or graveyard to the extra deck, and you can only use the first monster effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is added to your extra deck face up, you can add a Power Patron card from your deck to your hand, and if this card is special summoned, it banishes all cards from the graveyards face down, and on top of that, it's unaffected by non-Power Patron monster effects. So, breaking this down, it's a really powerful card because if it's added to your extra deck face up, you get to add any of your little Power Patrons, you get to add any of your big ones, or any of the other cards that are labeled as a Power Patron card. Overall, this is a really good boss monster because it also makes cards like Pendulum Treasure another additional starter to the deck because you can activate it, add this to the extra deck, then trigger the effect to search out a Power Patron card, and then you have all the setup in the world already ready. Next up, we have the Power Patron Shadow Beast Nervetto. It is a Dark Illusion Pendulum Effect monster that's a scale of 1, level 10, 300 attack and 200 defense. Now, all of the level 10s have the same stats and the same scales, so I won't be repeating those. And you can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. When a monster effect is activated by your opponent in response to the activation of your Power Patron or Archmage monster's effect resolves, you can negate that effect, then destroy this card. The monster effect is this is always treated as an Archmage card, and you can only use the first and second effect of this monster. The first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. You could banish the top 3 cards of your deck face down, destroy this card, and if you do, special summon one Nervia, the Power Patron of Creation, from your extra deck, and this is treated as a fusion summon. If this card is added to your extra deck face up, you could special summon one Power Patron or Archmage monster from your deck or face up extra deck, except another copy of itself. So this is really good because it allows you to turbo out Nervia straight from the extra deck, which is honestly really good, and it's a fusion summon, so it could trigger multiple different things. And if it's added to the face of extract, you just get to summon out Power Patron, whatever, and an Archmage or an Archmage monster from the deck or face of extract, which is really powerful in my opinion because it gets literally any of your Archmage monsters for further plays. Next up, we have Power Patron's Shadow Machine Zergredo, being a Dark Machine Pendulum Effect monster, and the Pendulum Effect is you can use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy this card and add one Power Patron or Doomsday monster from your hand or face up field. Destroy this card and a Power Patron or Doomsday monster in your hand or face up field, then destroy a card on the field. So free pendulum spot removal, which is really good in my opinion. And the monster effect is it's always treated as a Doomsday card, and you can only use the first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can banish the top 3 cards of your deck face down, destroy this card, and if you do, special summon one Jupiter, the Power Patron of Destruction from your extra deck. This is treated as an Exceed summon, then you can attach one card from your hand to it. And if this card is added to your extra deck face up, you can add a Power Patron or Doomsday spell or trap card from your deck to your hands. So instead of getting a Power Patron or Archmage monster from the deck, you're now dealing with Doomsday. This is also really good because getting Jupiter out means you're definitely going to be winning the game there, and just having generic removal on the pendulum effect is relatively strong. After that, we have Power Patron Shadow Spirit Jornado. It is a Dark Fiend Pendulum Effect monster. The Pendulum Effect, you can only use the Pendulum Effect of this card's name once per turn. If a Power Patron and or 11 Notes monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in the Pendulum Zone, you can destroy this card, and if you do, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card. The monster effect is, this card is always treated as an Elven Notes card. You can only use the first and second monster effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can banish the top 3 cards of your deck face down, destroy this card, and if you do, special summon 1 Junora, the Power Patron of Tuning, from your extra deck, and this is treated as a synchro summon. If this card is added to your extra deck face up, you can add a Power Patron or Elven Notes card from your face up extra deck or graveyard to the hand, except another copy of itself. So being able to recycle your Power Patrons is really useful, or even the Elven Notes cards as well. Just being able to get Junora out is really strong in my opinion, and I definitely think that this is going to be one of the ones that you can run either at 2 or maybe at 3. Outside of that, though, all 3 monsters really work super well. I think the best one of the bunch happens to be Nervetto and also Chaos Extermination because, well, one's a starter and the other one is essentially the same thing. And now let's get to the spells and traps. We have Unleashed Power Patron Portal Terminus. This is a brand new normal spell card that you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Send 1 Power Patron monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Then you can add 1 Dark Fairy monster from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot declare attacks this turn except with Power Patron monsters. And at the start of the damage step, if your Power Patron monster battles an opponent's monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard to banish that opponent's monster face down. So this is kind of like a slower Kashtira Rise Heart, which is absolutely fine in my honest opinion because, well, it's fine. But the other part that's really worrisome is sending a Power Patron monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard to add a Dark Fairy monster. And there are a lot of Dark Fairy monsters to look at because there's Dark Lords, you have Despians, you have Valmonica's here, Nurse Burn, a couple Counter Fairy cards. You also have Perlily, Prediction Princess can use this, even Nouvelle can use this card too, and maybe Nordic and Rose Dragon as well. So there's a lot of options that you can use with this card. You even have Doma, the Angel of Silence, being a Primite target. Sadly, Lightbringer Lucifer isn't going to be legal in the TCG anytime soon because that is a collab card and really would be very nice to have for Elven Notes in my honest opinion. And honestly, there's a lot of good options, and I cannot wait to see how players use this card in other decks. Next up, we have Null Power Patron Realm Viridia. It's a brand new field spell for the deck, and you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can reveal 1 Power Patron monster in your X deck, banish 1 card from your hand face down, then add to your hand or special summon 1 monster from your deck that mentions the revealed monster. Monsters your opponent control lose 100 attack for each banished card, and your opponent cannot activate card effects in the graveyard while you control Nervia, Jupiter, and Junora, which is honestly really good being able to lock out of the graveyard for the opponent and make them lose 100 attack for each banished card. But being able to summon out any of your little power patrons from the deck is really useful depending on what strategy and version of the deck that you want to play. Overall, I definitely think that this is going to be one of the key pieces of the deck because you could reveal any of the 3 to summon out any of the 3 as another additional starter for any of the Medeus lore decks. And then we have Archmage Recapture. Being a counter trap card, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn, and if you control an Archmage monster, you can activate this card the turn it was sent. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish 1 fusion monster you control until the end phase, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do that, destroy that card. Then if you have 3 or more different monster types on your field, you could return all spell and trap cards your opponent controls to the hand. So being a monster negate is really powerful, but also on top of that, this is a semi-giant Trunade as long as you have 3 or more monsters with different types on your field. Now, this is a really powerful card, and I could definitely see this getting hit in the future if they really want to, but since it's in Archetype, it's going to be really hard to see and tell what they're going to do, because especially like Mitsurugi Great Purification, that it's just another type of negation for the deck that isn't built on an extra deck monster. And now finally for the special treat that they also tossed in is the Elven Notes Regina. This is a wind spellcaster effect monster that's level 6, 2000 attack, and 1800 defense. This is the Elven Note form of Lateria, which is really nice to see, and I can't believe I called this that was going to be a card. So you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. Quick effect, you can send one other Elven Note card from your hand or face of field to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon to the center main monster zone, you can special summon one Elven Note monster from your deck except a copy of Regina. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can add it to your hand. So being able to turbo out any of your Elven Note monsters from the deck is really useful because they do want to play around with the centermost monster zone, but being able just to summon out the power patrons straight from deck without having to use something like Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye, this is a great thing for the TCG because that's one of the cards that we are lacking. Overall, this is a really powerful card, and I definitely think it's going to be a 3 of in the deck, along with probably a small power patron engine now. And this is going to be super exciting to see how this is all going to work out. But tell me what you guys think about the new Power Patron deck and the support for each of the themes down in the comments below. But anyways, I've been BoltSpider, and I'll see you all in the next video. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below, and if you want to show support, please hit that subscribe button as well. And I do also have channel memberships, and if you want to support the channel more, it would be much appreciated. Thank you to FGH for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.